EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Carolinas and Bank of America Stadium here in Uptown Charlotte. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and the Carolina Panthers. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Check it. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Who that?
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
Now Newton. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett in there for sack number 127 in his great career, moving it past Kansas City Hall of Famer Derek Thomas on the all-time list. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, Newton. He's going to look deep for more. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore. His 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. The extra point up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we get back. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. To throw, Mayfield. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns able to record his 5th sack of the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you run into big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now. Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them, ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on third down. Here's Newton. He's going to look deep down the field. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Following the interception, Mayfield. He sets up the screen to Jones. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish? Holding that to a minimal gain.
First catch there for OBJ, and that good for a first down. They'll try to run it in with Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Back at the 5-yard line now, second and goal.
Here we go. Watch the pass. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Quicker.
Mayfield to throw it. And it's caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Credit the sack to the always disruptive Olivier Vernon. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. That was really, really difficult. We're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Demarius Randall that time there to knock it free.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
On the return is Jones. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down. Pretty effective opening quarter for him. Remember, he had the touchdown run earlier, and if he pops more of these 10 to 20-yard carries, could be a long game.
Yeah, those types of explosive runs wear down a defense. I think they need to add more people to the box, closer to the line of scrimmage, force them to throw the football, and see if they can slow them down that way.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Here we go.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. They'll try and run with their fullback. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
And there's the pickup you want on first down. All offenses say, you get me 4 on first down, we'll take it. How about if you get 5? They'll really be happy.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Mayfield. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
After the sack, 3rd and goal now from the 12. From the gun, Mayfield. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So now the Browns will turn it over to their field goal unit here. And his kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. They had it 1st and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds like counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they're bringing your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. The Panthers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Back, back, back.
Now Newton. And that is incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Browns drive about to get started. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
It's caught inside the 25. A big play that time for Cleveland. 45 yards.
But we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
Second and 11 at the 23-yard line.
180. Check. Watch 54. Go. You go.
On second down, it's Jones. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Now Mayfield lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means...
And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Myles Garrett in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
They're running it.
It'll be a gain of about 5, but they're left with a third and still about 12 to go.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up third.
The Panthers on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd down and 12. Back to throw, Newton. And he's got his target. That's more. It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 45-yard line.
Set. 58. Drop D. 25. Check 25. Alert 3. Alert 3. Set.
Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
That's caught. It's Demarcus Robinson. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the first down. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
He'll run it. Well, they've already allowed 3 sacks in this first half. Now a holding penalty.
So I think drastic measures had to be taken, right? The regular way was not working. He was getting hit almost every snap, it felt like. They had to try and keep him upright.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. King.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. After the penalty, it's Jones. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 8.
I can't help it. Every time I see Eric Berry make a play, as we just saw him make a tackle there, I just want to stand up and applaud.
Because he went to Tennessee like you?
Well, that doesn't hurt one bit, but how about the comeback? I mean, he came back from beating cancer and getting back to Pro Bowl level, one of the best players in the game.
Now Mayfield. He can run for it, and he will. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. Fielded at the 43. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Newton now to throw. And that one falls incomplete. Try to dump it underneath. Now 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. McCaffrey following the penalty. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs or putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Ready? Hey, tighten down.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton steps away. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down. Now the Panthers. Going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So the snap will come from the 3, but remember, they don't need the touchdown. They can get the first down if they get a yard, and the ball gets to the 2. They'll try and run for it. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey in the final seconds of the first half. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. Point after, right down the middle. And that will give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
So a very tight first half. We had to break in a one-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. The Browns drive about to get started. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Here's Mayfield. This is the tight end, Njoku. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down.
And the Browns first down.
180. 54. Hey, 133.
On first and 10, Mayfield. Blitz coming, and down he goes. That's Luke Kuechly with a sack.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
You draw Porter. Mike 5-4. Hey, alert, 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 alert. Run. Shoot. Tight door, point it right.
On second down now, it's Jones, and able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Airing it out deep for Smith. It's caught inside the 25. That one goes for 36 yards. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover him. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On second and inches, Mayfield. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. From 21 yards away. And once again, the Browns are back in front.
When we draw up defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
Mayfield looks to throw, and he's got it. So the try for 2 successful, and that bumps their lead up even further. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sione Takitaki gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Running from the gun with Howard. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
Throwing is Newton. Gonna let it fly for Rudolph. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
The Browns drive about to get started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end Njoku. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Mayfield hands to Chubb on the draw. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
And again, it's Chubb. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Here we go again. Here we go again. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming. Point it right, point it right, point it right. Regular.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion.
180. 54. There we go. Check three. Up. Check 26. 80 weapon. I got it.
On the delay, Jones. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
180.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Mayfield down. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 26. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4.
180.
Play fake. Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Luke Kuechly, his 2nd sack of the night. Charles, you said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
He's able to get 4 back on the run, but now they'll have to find something here on 3rd and about 14. Throwing, Mayfield. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a 2-score game. His 3rd field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
11 yards and a Panther 1st down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Newton. And an alley to run. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
He's going to look deep for more. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. To throw on 2nd and 10. Newton, he's going to look. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore, his second touchdown of the night, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. They find some open field here.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Browns drive about to get started. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And a decent effort, but they'll mark him down about 3 yards shy of the first.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
On a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
On 2nd and 10, Newton. Screenplay, Johnson. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Newton. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Here's Jones on the return. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need to...
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Out of the gun, Newton. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Now Newton. On the move to his left. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a 1st down. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the 1st, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movements. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Newton, he's going to look deep for more. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Howard. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They go with Howard again. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
The stop made by Myles Garrett.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
Brings up 3rd down and 2.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
Last stop.
So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run it with Johnson. And he gets the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 24. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
Mike. Ready. Look at it. 59. Ready. Watch tight. Tight ends.
Newton to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was the strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Denzel Ward.
And that one, Oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw, and it'll wind up being intercepted.
The Browns drive about to get started. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. A run for Nick Chubb. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as it comes with exactly 1 minute to go in the football game. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. From the shotgun to give to Jones. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
And they will take a knee here.
Mayfield on the keeper. It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 47-yard line.
Break. 54 Mike.
Down to 1 knee goes Mayfield, and that's all she wrote. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And it was Baker Mayfield who led the way. The #1 pick in 2018. He showed why he was so coveted.
And it was interesting because you remember headed into the draft in 2018, the projections on where Baker Mayfield was going to go, it varied. But rarely did anyone suggest he would go #1 overall. And he did. Showed exactly why. It's not just how he plays. It's not just his arm and his vision. It's the leadership. It's the toughness. It's the moxie that he exhibits. And his teammates just feed off of it.
So for the Browns, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin.